What's up, guys? Welcome back from the MLG Studios here in New York City. My name is Alex Axel Toss Rodriguez, and I got another interview for you, this time from Zafeng HelloKitty Wong. Did I say it right? I'm sorry if I didn't. I apologize.
Yeah, you said it. You did a pretty good job.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Whenever you say I do something good, I really know that I did it well. And that's what I like about you. So HelloKitty is the handle. He's a Protoss player, North America. He lives in Texas, I think. And well, actually, why not? Let's just give you the floor here. I want you to, for those of you who don't know HelloKitty, I want you to introduce yourself to the people watching who don't know you.
Hi, my handle is HelloKitty, and I'm a Protoss player who came from Texas, and I currently go to school in Austin, Texas. It's called the University of Texas in Austin. It's one of the best schools ever, and I'm actually about to graduate soon, and deciding whether I should be a full-time gamer or just stick to some office job or not.
All right. Do you know Pult?
Yeah, I've seen him on campus
Oh,
quite a few times.
cool. Because Pult also goes to University of Texas. I actually, I went to, I'm from Texas. For those, of course, me and Zafun, we kind of go back a little bit. When did we first meet? It was like a Lone Star or something,
Yeah, Lone Star 1, I think.
something like that. But I went to Texas A&M, so I'm a Texas guy. So, people are shouting at their screams. Why the heck is his name Hello Kitty?
I made the name to troll people. When I first started playing video games, or actually StarCraft 2, and every time you get beat by somebody like Hello Kitty, you're probably gonna rage and be like, "Who the hell is this guy? Why is your name Hello Kitty? Why are you so like such a little girl?" And that's where my handle came from.
So it's a mental thing. Ah, interesting. Are you the kind of guy that like tries to get your opponent to talk to you in the beginning and stuff like that too?
I used to, and nowadays I'm just like too lazy to respond because most people are like, "Oh, it's Hello Kitty, the mega cheeser," so don't want to talk to them that
The
much.
mega cheeser. So you're identifying with this term. Why does this term exist, and are you sad about this?
Well, I used to cheese on ladder only. Nowadays I play more of like a macro style because I used to cheese because it's easier ladder points. Plus, I don't want to show people like my other side of my macro style.
Yeah, fair enough. I know, like, I've actually had a lot of conversation with people about your play in a sense, because you were in WCS America Season 1, if I remember correctly, where, a lot of people were saying that, yeah, you were a cheesy player, but there's a side of you that people don't necessarily know. It's that you could actually macro. You can actually go out and macro. But you said are you a senior at University of Texas?
Yep,
What are you currently studying?
economics.
Economics. Cool. So wait, I guess it's summer right now, obviously, but I guess you're graduating in December?
Yeah, I'm graduating next year.
Okay, fair enough. Economics. Cool. So how is it tricky trying to balance, obviously college work with trying to play SE2?
Yeah, it actually is. And on top of, these things, like these are things people usually overlook, but there's also the social aspect of, a student.
Uh,
And then for me, there's other hobbies like running a marathon that's like 26 miles that I have to train for almost every day. So it's like really difficult to try to find the perfect synergy to, balance all your activities all together.
Wait, you ran a marathon? Is that what you said?
I've run 4 marathons so far.
Whoa, cool. So do you wait? Do you run at UT?
I've ran two in Houston and two in Austin.
Oh well, I mean like the like cross country or track. Do you do that?
No, I don't have time to do that. Their training schedule is a lot more
Yeah,
intense, and
there.
I won't have time to practice.
I ran at Texas A&M track, so I definitely know how that goes. What about high school? I'm just curious. Now I'm turning this
Mm,
into my own thing. No?
Nothing really. Just
Because I want to ask your mile time. I just really want to know.
oh, mine's really bad.
Okay,
I
fair enough.
think my fastest was like 9-minute miles, but it's like
What?
26 miles. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's
So
still
so
pretty
more
okay.
more more the endurance type thing. Wow, that's really cool. So you're having to balance not only studying but obviously this running and then StarCraft 2. Is running a kind of a passion thing for you, or why do you get up and do marathons?
Well, it's just I think it's a good lifestyle to have. It's more or less you want to be healthy and you want to do something that's, meaningful that not many people have done so far, and you just, go out and do it and challenge yourself. It's like more than a hobby. It's more like just, straight up lifestyle.
Sure, like building it into your routine. Obviously, it's really hot in Texas. How do you deal with that?
You just run like late night, early morning, like 6, 7 in the morning. It's like pretty chilly. Or not
So
too chilly, but
you choose to wake up early, like a typical gamer lifestyle. A lot of people will just sleep in and then wake up at 11. And then tournaments are later on in the evening. So how does that kind of work?
you just have to plan ahead of time and have enough sleep or like schedule your running a little bit differently from that.
Okay.
So it's you have a little more time to get ready and stuff like that.
Wow, that's really cool. Now, obviously, you're on Fnatic Academy, or were you promoted to the main? I'm sorry, I don't remember, but
Oh, I'm still on the academy
okay,
team. You t typically just start off in the academy team and eventually get into the main
sure.
team.
So where's your kind of mentality at as far as playing professionally? As obviously you've had some runs at tournaments. You were in WCS America Season 1. You're on Fnatic Academy now. Where do you consider your skill at right now? And do you ever see yourself in the near future, trying to make that transition to potentially full time? I know we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Well, I see myself doing pretty well so far. Like, just even on any ladder, I'm generally like top 5 GM pretty easily, and I actually hit like number 2 a few days ago when I had a good streak, and now I'm back to like number 5. But I think in general, I'm doing a pretty good job improving myself and joining, major teams. But I'm not too sure about my future just yet. There is always the family side that I
Sure.
have problems with video games and such.
Ah.
So
So like your
I consider
parents, are they the supportive, or what's kind of the relationship there with StarCraft?
they're supportive when I make money. They're
Hmm.
not supportive when I'm sitting around just playing video games.
Well, you're sitting around playing the video game so that you can be in a good enough shape to make the money.
Right. But I mean, the chances I don't have that much confidence in my gameplay right now just because I'm not going full time, so I don't know my full potential just yet.
Right.
So there's always this uncertainty you have to think about.
Hmm. Yeah, that's really fascinating. I don't know. I guess you just if you get a big result, or if it's a feeling thing as far as deciding, okay, am I actually good enough to go full time with this, or maybe even a team op or something like that. No, really interesting. Thanks for the discussion on that. So, um, we talked a little bit about your performance on ladder right now, rank 2. Do you have a favorite matchup, a least favorite matchup, or
Uh,
maybe a player you run into on ladder that you have a lot of trouble with?
I have problems against some of the Korean players in general,
Uh,
just because they have really good understanding of the matchup and they have really good mechanics. So it's always a challenge to play against them. And I guess I don't have a really favorite matchup or worst matchup. It comes and goes. Depends on the player you play against. There's always a big skill gap with each player, so you can't really just say, oh, like I mean, sometimes I lose. I'm like 50-50 against the EG guys, like Huck and the Muslim, but besides them, I think I have like at least a 60-70% ratio versus everyone else.
sure.
So.
Now I know you went over to China to actually practice with a Chinese team, Invictus Gaming, if I remember correctly. Can you talk a little bit about that and what made you make that decision, and how you kind of got that to work, and how your experience was?
Well, I was friends with them a little bit ahead of time, just because we were on this QQ thing. It's
Uh,
kind of like Skype. It's group chat and stuff. And they were like, "Oh, hey, you're going to China, so come by and practice with us." And I happened to have my WCS match at the same time as I was practicing in their house.
uh-huh.
And I got over there. Everybody was really cool. They were actually really, really good at the game. They were training really hard almost every day. And I
Wow.
happened to just fit in right away and start practicing with them.
So, do they have a coach there? Like, can you talk a little bit about the environment and how they practice?
It's kind of like just like a regular house. In the lobby, just has like 8, 9 computers, and the
Uh,
coach comes out, talks to us sometime, make a joke, and then we go out and eat. Um, Mostly it's more or less individual practice, and the coach is always there to cheer us on. Even like me, who's not actually on Invictus Gaming, he's always here, be like, "Oh, hey, just cheer up. You will do well today." Stuff like that.
wow.
That helps a lot. And just each player, whenever we ask each other for practice and such, they will always be helpful and stuff.
So, how closely do they follow the global scene? Like, do they pay attention to a lot of replays, or do they watch a lot of odds from other events and stuff? I don't know
I think
how the firewall works either.
Yeah, they generally just practice ladder, and then on the side they just have like a streamer or something like SPL or GOM TV and stuff like that, or like
Or
high level
MLG.
Korean player, yeah, MLG plays
Yeah.
and such. But generally, they don't really pay attention to the foreign scene as much.
Interesting. So have you met Jim?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Tell us a story about Jim. I think a lot of
Um,
people want to know the guy behind the name.
he's as we all know, he's probably like number one, number two grandmaster on like three different accounts,
Yeah.
and he's a really funny person in general. We always have like a target to make fun of in the house. So like sometimes we make fun of XY, sometimes we make fun of Mexed for being too old, and we go out and eat. We always enjoy a conversation. He's just a really nice guy in general. He's really humorous. He doesn't eat too healthy, I don't think. But we always watch scary movies together at night times, right before we sleep. I don't know. He has a really nice personality. He has a really good sense of humor.
Oh, awesome. Sorry for grilling you so much about the Chinese scene. I just think a lot of people don't know a lot about it. So it's definitely fun to talk about. I'm learning a lot, certainly. But cool, yeah, no, that's really awesome that you're able to get out there and practice with them and really get a sense of the Chinese environment. Do you ever see yourself in a pro house? Is that an environment you think you'd do well in?
I think so, but there's also I don't know too much about other pros houses, but in the IG house at least, they didn't have a really strong set of routine for practice. Each player just has to be able to motivate themselves in practice. And I would like to have something like that. So be like, oh hey, you had to practice 8 hours a day. You should
Sure.
focus on this, focus on that. It's more or less like individual plays than a coach or a team, someone tell you like, oh hey, you need to practice. This is your schedule. You should do this right now. It's more like self-motivating because everybody's motivating in general.
Now, your university has an organization called TESPA. How involved are you with them, and can you talk a little bit about what you do with them, or if you do?
As TESPA is, a student organization at UT that focus mainly on esports, Texas Esports Student Association. Um, they run a lot of tournaments. I'm not really, really active with them,
Sure.
but I'm actually friends with like almost everybody inside, just from everybody introducing each other, and then we all hang out, go out, have fun, eat dinner or something.
Like, there's a famous BarCraft that actually, I like one of the biggest ones is in Austin,
Hmm.
um, at Buffalo Wild Wings, I want to say.
It's called Pluckers, I think.
Pluckers. Okay, sorry. The Buffalo, that was California, I think I'm thinking of. But yes, Pluckers, massive BarCraft. Do you go to those at all?
I've been to quite a few actually, and whenever
Pretty
I'm not
jealous.
going to like an MLG event, for example,
Sure.
sometimes my friends are like, "Oh, hey, let's go." There's like free drinks and such. And I mean, I'm 21, and it's like, "Oh, hey, let's
Yeah.
go have fun, eat some wings, talk to some people, talk to some strangers, win some prize." So it's pretty cool.
And it's all StarCraft centered.
Yeah.
'Cause obviously, being a BarCraft. Wow, that's really cool. Really cool to see the Austin scene thriving so well. So what does the future hold for you? Is there anything you're particularly focusing on? Any goals you have?
Not necessarily. I think I want to focus on a lot of things. I want to stay competitive in video games no matter what I do.
Hmm.
Um, I want to at least find something stable to do. Um, come out of college, I'm not gonna have much, so I don't really have a specific set of goal, but I want to eventually have my own business and such. Even like if it's in gaming and such, I have just no idea. Just let life take me wherever it goes.
So you speak Chinese, right?
Hmm.
Do you know much about the community over there, the Chinese community, as far as how much they watch and stuff like that?
StarCraft 2.
Sure.
They're really big in video games in general, but
Yeah,
StarCraft 2 Heart of Storm, I think it just came out yesterday in China.
it did.
And I'm curious to see how well they do when like how many fans do have, how many viewers, just in general, because before that actually they had a pretty decent sized StarCraft 2 scene, even though Heart of Storm didn't came out yet. They were paying close attention to all the Heart of Storm competitions everywhere else,
Huh.
so I think they're doing a pretty good job.
I think that's a cool thing you could potentially try to get involved with. I mean, obviously you know Chinese, you know a lot about StarCraft 2. Maybe look into being a bit of a representative, or at least maybe helping their scene. I don't know, connecting the communities, connecting the different communities. Obviously Chinese versus non-Chinese. But anyway, I'm rambling. But no, I think that's about that wraps up this interview. Thanks again for talking to me. I'd like to give you the floor though for any shout outs or any plugs, anything you want to say.
I would like to give a shout out to my team Fnatic, to our sponsors, my friends and family who's always been there to support me, and my fans, my haters. Um, I have a lot of haters, as most people know. Every time I post something on Reddit, it gets like 30 downloads or something.
Oh my gosh.
Shout
I
out
think I'm
to,
close to that point, maybe.
I guess just people who's been helping me just on ladder, all my friends who's been helping me training. Um, Shout out to my girlfriend, and I guess that's all the shout outs. And please follow me at on Twitter /HelloKittySC2 and on Facebook /HelloKittySC2. And whenever you want to tune in to watch some of my streams that I lose to pro gamers, just twitch.tv/NewBeater5. That's NOOBEATR5. And I
Nice.
think that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Does your girl? Sorry, I have that. Does your girlfriend play StarCraft?
No, she's not involved in video games at all.
She's just like whatever.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, fair enough. If you ever try to get her into StarCraft, just tell her to watch Axel Toss. I mean, that's
All
just
right.
yeah, just help me out. All right, man. Thanks a lot for talking to me. Best of luck in the future, and I look forward to talking to you again, man. See ya.
See you. Bye bye.
All right, guys, that was HelloKitty. Awesome guy, Protoss player. Cheeses a little bit, but he definitely has a nice macro side behind him and obviously a very awesome personality. So definitely go check him out. But guys, that's going to conclude this interview. If you're looking for more video game content, head on over to MajorLeagueGaming.com. This has been Axel Toss, and I'll see you next time.